Today we're going to try and salvage this beautiful piece of ambrosia maple.
So guys, we're really trying to build our channel. So do us a favor, hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon. We're putting out at least 2 videos a week plus a ton of shorts, and we got some awesome projects lined up for all next year.
I picked up this piece of ambrosia maple about a year ago. In that time frame, unfortunately, it developed some cracks, some little defects here and there. So I don't want to have to just burn this thing as firewood. I want to share with you guys a few hacks I've developed over the years that I think I can use to save this board. I've got 2 different shades of sawdust. These I collected out of our random orbital sander. I just keep track of dark and light so that when I'm doing repairs, I can kind of match the sawdust to the color of board. In this particular board, I've got a light colored ambrosia board, but then it's got dark streaks, so I'm going to use both.
So we're going to use the dark sawdust first because the big crack is along the dark part of the board. Now, Dad's going to pry this crack open with a chisel, very, very lightly. If you go too hard, you could just snap the board and then you're pretty much screwed at that point. So he's just going to make a real fine paste with glue and this fine sawdust. Now it's important to use fine sawdust because you want this to be a really smooth paste. Then he's going to take the putty knife and he's going to go over that crack multiple times. The more times you push that paste down into the crack, then the deeper it's going to get. And that's really what you're looking for. You want to try to get this stuff down in there as deep as you can. And then he's also using it to cover up those little wormholes right there. Once Dad pulls the chisel out, we're looking for squeeze out, just like if you were gluing a board together. And that's exactly what we have right there. Then we're just going to use the clamp and make sure that thing stays closed until it solidifies. Now this crack you can't even really see until you pry the board open. So what Dad's going to do is he's going to use a pencil, but you could use a drill bit or anything round, and you want to put it right in the middle of that crack. Once you put a clamp on either side of it, just slowly clamp it up and then that crack will start to open. That's going to allow it to open enough for you to get that fine paste in there. So this is a lighter part of the board, and we don't know when we use this if what's going to be the face and what's not. So Dad's using the light sawdust on this part, that way it blends and it matches quite a bit better. And once Dad pops the clamp off, we have the squeeze out we're looking for.
So unlike the other end, guys, where I had to put a clamp on it because it was a crack that was very visible when the board was relaxed. With this one, I opened the board up, and because I opened the board up, the board itself is the clamp. As soon as I took that pressure off, it closed right back up. That caused the squeeze out. And so as soon as this thing is dry, we'll sand it off. Hopefully we'll have repaired this thing back to its original beauty without the defects. So there you go, folks. Those are just a couple little things that I've learned over the years. I would be out carving on site. I'd be running low on boards, and I have a couple boards that I thought were good, but they might have a little split in them. So I had to figure out how to repair them to be able to use these to make carved signs. This thing came out really good. It's now definitely stable. Those cracks are not going to open back up. It's going to be nice and solid. I can make a beautiful sign out of this. So hopefully this will be helpful for you guys. Maybe some boards that you set aside, haven't looked at for a while, and now they've got cracks or splits in them. This is a way you might be able to repair those, make them quality boards to make good signs out of. Thanks again for watching, guys. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.